December 8th, 2025, chapter 7.5, Seven Noble Beings, Buddhadhamma, page 721. This division of noble beings focuses on spiritual faculties. In Pali, Indriya. It is also connected to the eight liberation, Vimoksha. The spiritual faculties, Indriya, literally means ruling principle, and act as sources of empowerment in spiritual practice. They control or combat unfavorable mental qualities like lack of confidence, laziness, negligence, distraction, and ignorance. There are 5 such faculties: sattva, faith; virya, energy; sati, mindfulness; samadhi, concentration; and panya, wisdom. Dhamma practitioners possess varying degrees of these faculties. 3 of these faculties have an effect on the kind of realizations on a noble beings. Pugala, Ariya, Pugala. Satindriya, faith; Samadhindriya, concentration; and Panindriya, wisdom. Vimoksha is the liberation from unfavorable mental qualities, resulting from the delight of being absorbed in the object of attention. This liberation, however, is dependent on the power of concentration in the state of jhana that exists only as long as one abides in jhana. Now, except for the last 8th Vimoksha, Sanya, Vita, Yita, Nirota, or Nirota Samapatti, which is exclusive providence of non-returners and arihats. So this is separate for the anagami and the arihat. It is not the complete liberation from defilements and dukkha, suffering, which is synonymous with nibbita. Now, vimoksha corresponds with vimutti only in the term sito vimutti, liberation through the power of concentration, samadhi. There are 8 kinds of vimoksha. The first kind is dwelling in form, rupa. One perceives form, rupa. This refers to the 4 fine material jhanas of someone who practices kasinya. Now, kasinya is 10 meditations on the color blue, yellow, red, white, and on the elements of earth, water, fire, air, space, akasha, and the consciousness or of light. These meditation uses an attribute of the body as a reference point. For example, the color of hair as a meditation object. The second kinds of vimoksha is not perceiving internal form. One perceives external form. This refers to the 4 fine material jhanas of someone who uses the external objects for kasina meditation. The third kinds of vimoksha is absorbed in beauty. This refers to jhana of someone practicing color kasina meditation. The pati sampata magga also includes the jhana of a person cultivating the 4 divine beings, brahma vihara, or apamana, loving kindness, metta; compassion, karuna; appreciative joys, mudita; and equanimity, upekha, the 4 Brahma Viharas, or apamana. Meditations on the four divine beings leads to a person to see all beings as beautiful, with no feelings of disgust. The fourth kind of vimokkha is abiding in the sphere of unbounded space, Buddhaghosacariya, with the end of perceptions of repulsion and perception of diversity. One transcends the perception of form. One meditates on the boundlessness of space. The fifth kind of vimokkha is transcending the sphere of unbounded space. One attains the sphere of unbounded consciousness, Vinaya. One meditates on the boundlessness of consciousness. The six kinds of vimokkha is transcending the sphere of unbounded consciousness. One attains the sphere of nothingness, Akinayatana. The seventh kind of vimokkha is transcending the sphere of unbounded consciousness. One attains the sphere of nothingness. The seventh kind of vimokkha is transcending the sphere of nothingness. One attains the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception. Neva sanya na sanya ayatana. And the eighth kind of vimokkha is the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception. One attains the cessation of perception and feeling, sanya vetriya nirota, or also known as the attainment of cessation, nirota samapati. Now, these 8 liberation comprises all 9 gradual stages of meditation of attainment, anupapepa vihara samati. The spiritual faculties, indriya, are linked to the liberations in the following way. When a person begins spiritual practice, he or she will possess a dominant faculty of either faith or wisdom. If that person develops concentration to a higher level, then the third liberation attains a formless jhana. The faculty of concentration will become the dominant faculty. Those practitioners whose dominant faculty remains faith or wisdom may attain the 4 fine material jhanas, but they will not attain the formless jhanas. Conventionally speaking, they do not attain vimokkha, liberation. Concentration is a dominant faculty, however, in the end must give away to the act as a basis for wisdom. Up to that point, concentration will facilitate the attainment of higher liberations, vimokkha. At this point, you can examine how the 7 noble beings, dakshinaya pugala, are connected to indriya, faculties, and vimokkha, liberations. Ordinarily, the 7 noble beings are presented from the highest to the lowest. But to conform with the presentation of the 8 noble beings presented earlier, they are listed from the lowest to the highest. Satanusari, a faith devotee, a person striving for sotapanna, stream entry, and cultivating the noble path with faith as dominant faculty. If this person attains stream entry, a sotapanna, he becomes one liberated by faith, sata vimutta. Dhammanusari, a truth devotee, a person striving for stream entry, a sotapanna, cultivating the noble path with wisdom as dominant faculty. If this person attains stream entry, he becomes one attained at right view, ditta pata. Sata vimutta, one liberated by faith, a person who has truly understands the noble truths, has righteous conduct, has destroyed some of the taints through wisdom, has faith as dominant faculty. This refers to all those who have attained stream entry, to those who strive for arihatship with dominant faith as dominant faculty. They attain arihatship, they become one liberated by wisdom, apanya vimutta. Ditta pata, one attained to right view, A person who truly understands the Noble Truth has right conduct, has destroyed some of the taints through wisdom. This refers to all those who have attained stream entry up to those who strive for Arihatship with wisdom as dominant faculty. If they attain Arihatship, they become Panya Vimutta. Kaya Sakhi, body witness, a person who abides in and has contact with the body in the 8 liberations has destroyed some of the taints through wisdom. This refers to all those who have attained stream entry up to those who strive for Arihatship with concentration as dominant faculty. If they attain Arihatship, they become one liberated in both ways. Then we have, so all up to those 5, those are classified as Seka, learners, and Sa Upadesa, just a Pukala. The last 2 stages are adepts. These are Aseka and Anupadesa Pukala. Panya Vimutta, one liberated by wisdom, a person who does not abide in contact with the body with the 8 liberation, but whose taints have all been destroyed by understanding and noble truth with wisdom. This refers to the arihats who have practiced vipassana, insight, as the practical meditation up to the moment of full awakening. And finally, upatopacha vimutta, one liberated in both ways, one who contacts with the body and abides in 8 liberations and destroys all the asava taints by understanding the noble truths and wisdom. This refers to arihats who have developed a high degree of samatha, tranquility, meditation, concentration, and use this tranquility as the foundation for practice insight to reach their full awakening. There are some noteworthy points here in relation to Dakinaya Pukala and Arya Pukala as outlined. Note that despite the strength of any other faculties within persons, at the moment of full awakening, wisdom predominates. A simple definition for Kaya Sakhi is one who has first attained jhana and later attains nibbita. It's also noteworthy that only the body witness who is a non-returner, an anagami, is able to attain the 8 liberations, vimokkha. The commentaries and the sub-commentaries states that upatopacha vimutta are liberated in 2 ways. Liberated by corporal body, rupa kaya, by the formless attainments, and from the mind body, namma kaya, by noble path. They have liberated on 2 occasions, when suppressing the defilements by the power of concentration, and when completely uprooted samucheta, the defilements. If Upatapa Vimutta attains the 3-fold knowledge, Vija, they are called Te Vija. If they attain the 6 Abhinya, supreme knowledge, they are called Chala Abhinya. If they attain the 4 penetrating insight, Pati Sampata, they are called Sampati Pata Pata. Panya Vimutta practice primarily insight meditation. They practice samatha meditation only to have an adequate foundation for insight. They therefore do not experience the exceptional fruits of samatha beyond the first 4 jhanas. They do not attain the formless jhanas. The attainment of sensation of Nirodha Samapatti, the 2 Lokiya Vicha, mundane knowledge, recollection of past lives, and knowledge of rebirths of beings, nor do they attain the 5 mundane Abhinya, supreme knowledge, siddhis, which are psychic powers, and divine ear, telepathy, recollections of past lives, and divine eye. In principle, however, They can be patisampata, those who have achieved the four penetration insight. A summary of the subjects described so far can be outlined as follows. An outline from the Tipitaka canon is illustrated here. The commentaries and subcommentaries are referred to simply to the length of the material. The outlines of the connection, we have one practicing for stream entry. So one who is practicing to become a Sotapanna. Then we have one who is a stream enterer. These are the ones who will abandon the first three fetters of then one who was practicing for once returner. And then the once returner, weak in greed, hatred, and delusion. One practicing for non-returning, then one who is entered as a non-returner, abandoning the first five fetters. One practicing for arihatship, and then we have the arihat, abandoning all 10 fetters, the first five, upwards and lower fetters. To avoid confusion, it is important here to distinguish between two ways of teaching. Explaining indirectly or limiting one's examination to particular aspects, pariyaya. And the second, explaining directly, absolutely, and comprehensively, nipariyaya. Of particular relevance in the discussion on the two types of arihats, abhanya vimutta and upapata vimutta. The upapaka vimutta are liberated in both ways. They have attained arihatship and also attained the formless jhanas. Abhanya vimutta has attained arihatship, but if they attain jhana, it is not higher than the fourth jhana. Although there are only these two types of arihats, people may get confused when encountering. For example, the description of the arihat is one liberated in mind, sito vimutta. The clarification, sito vimutta, is another name for upapata vimutta. The term sito vimutta simply emphasizes the preferred mode of practice. In this case, samatha. Before reaching arihatship, it does not imply that the liberation was attained solely by concentration. Some of the secondary and later texts divide vimokkha, liberation, into three kinds and expanded them into categories according to the discernment in each of the three universal characteristics of tilakkhana, anikakha, dukkhatta, and anattata, and linked to the dominant faculties, indriya. These three liberation are sunanta vimokha, animita vimokha, and apanahita vimokha. To avoid overburden the reader, I will not list the three categories. But here is a comparison from the Vinaya Pitaka, lists three liberations, but the commentary explanation is different. Moreover, the commentaries classifies the five panya vimukha and the five upapaka vimutta, or according to the foundations of samatha meditations. In some places, arihats who have practiced samatha and vipassana in tandem are rather randomly assigned the names sito vimutta or panya vimutta, depending on which faculty was stronger. For example, Venerable Sariputra, a panya vimutta, and Venerable Mahamoggallana, a sito vimutta. On some occasion, these two terms are used together to describe a single arihat. So remember that. Mahamoggallana was a sito vimutta, Sariputra Venerable was a Panya Vimutta. These two terms are used together to describe a single Arihat who has achieved both of these ways to liberation. Another example of how terms are used in different ways to describe Arihat is the Buddhaghosacariya, which uses fixed terms, Sattva Vimutta, Ditthipata, and Kaya Sakhi, for practitioners all the way to the moment of full awakening. We also see that Venerable Vakali is praised as the foremost disciples of the Sattva Vimutta. The Visuddha Magga explains accordingly to the Patisampada Magga. Failing to understand this indirect way of explaining can lead to confusion. All of a sudden, there are multiple types of arihats. But realistically, there's only two kinds, a Sito Vimutta and a Panya Vimutta. A similar confusion can arise explaining other terms related to the Buddhadhamma. An example is the definition of right mindfulness, Sammasati, as equivalent for the four foundation of mindfulness, Satipatthana. The four foundation of mindfulness are generally considered as a comprehensive method of practice comprising all spiritual qualities, including effort, atapa, clear comprehension, sampajana, and a doubt that arises in how satipatthana can be confined as merely right mindfulness. In this case, sammasati is the mindfulness suitable or applied in the four foundation of mindfulness. Another example is the development of concentration, samadhi, of which there are four kinds. The description of the fourth kind includes when developed ones expanded, this meditation leads to the destruction of asavas, taints. One may wonder how concentration, samadhi, which is equivalent to tranquility, samatha, can lead to the destruction of asavas, taints, without insight, vipassana. Here, samadhi must be understood as the core of a person's meditation practice, like a field where various spiritual qualities gather to battle the defilements of kilesas. The development of concentration in this context is not isolated. It is used in conjunction with and in support for others' meditation techniques.